What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, CEO, MTS Nutrition, and Exos Trainer. Check it out, guys. So I'm actually in my warehouse on my way back from the Arnold Classic. Had meetings with my man, Mike Rashid, Sean Torbody, shot a ton of footage. We have our KPI meetings tomorrow, which are our goals, settings, and all that. Reaching goals within the corporation. And I haven't done a Q&A in a while. I want to make sure I got some content out there so you guys know I'm still here for you. I know we did our Arnold Classic recap. I appreciate everybody who came here. The reason I'm wearing a shirt, really, honestly, isn't to show off the striations and the veinage. It's not to do that. This is how I look all the time. I didn't like carb up for this. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm doing laundry. I'm a whole lot of laundry. And we have a washer and dryer in the warehouse, and I'm just rocking those out. So first off, I'd like to say I love everybody who showed up at our booth at the Arnold Classic. What a great time. What an amazing situation. I love everyone involved. Man, that was the most amazing show I've ever been to. Also want to give much love to my partners, my friends, Mike Rashid, Sean Torbody, again, my partner at Tiger Fitness, Chad Vordameshi, MTS Nutrition. Again, just humbling experiences. Having a line hours long. I've never seen that before. I was just, I mean, even if I have, it's like you never get used to shit like that. Just super amazing. Super amazing. So I thought I'd get into this and rock and roll, and let's get some Q&As going. So number one, this one comes from Chris Schlitt. Can you make a protein powder isolate one day so I don't have to take pills for lactose intolerance? I have two answers to that. One is if you do need pills for lactose intolerance, we make a product called Machine Uptake, which is absolutely epic. Absolutely epic for lactose intolerant people. It's a beautiful, delicious wafer. I actually got that from my briefcase down there. I wasn't planning on that because I don't read these questions beforehand. Number two, we do make an isolate. It's called Machine ISO. It's available in chocolate and vanilla. You'll love it. It's at TigerFitness.com. Again, it's a phenomenal thing. It's called Machine ISO, ISO. Next up, let's go with... that's about another product. From Richard Moreno, how important is meal timing when it comes to lifting? Often hear that you have this anabolic window and haven't found a good answer for it. Thank you. You're talking about the post-workout window. Now, the majority of your results are going to come from adhering to a macronutrient split. At the end of the day, if you are supposed to get 300 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbs, 100 grams of fat, it doesn't matter if you eat that post-workout, intra-workout, meal 1, meal 2, meal 1 through 6, meal 1 through 2, intermittent fast from till 6 p.m. and eat until 10 p.m. At the end of the day, as long as you hit those macros that you're supposed to hit, you're going to make them gains. You're going to get the similar results or same results that you would have gotten either way. However, I do believe that if looking for optimal results, post-workout nutrition will help dramatically. Dramatically, I'm talking a percentage of a percent, but when you're looking to optimize your gains, I think that even works. It also helps you recover for the next day, and that's really important. What I do personally, if I do something like I did today, a leg day, I have 2 scoops of Carb 10, 1 scoop of Machine Whey, and 2 scoops of overtraining solution from Ambrosia. Pre-workout, I like to have a meal. If I don't have a meal within 2 hours of before training, I like to have a scoop of Carb 10 and a scoop of MTS Nutrition Whey, or I have a scoop of MTS Whey and local honey, or MTS Nutrition Whey and a banana, something like that, just some protein and carbs. Now, if you're on a lower carb diet, you could have something like protein and peanut butter pre-workout. Post-workout, I'll still recommend the protein and carbs because I believe that's where the data is, and I believe that's where the recovery will be optimal. But as far as that goes, there's your anabolic window. It's said to be post-workout. I do believe your glycogen replenishment will be a lot better. There are studies to that. I have done articles on that before. So at the end of the day, get your protein and carbs in post-workout. How much? I usually err on the side of saying 25 grams of protein, 25 grams of carbs, which is a scoop of MTS Whey and a scoop of Carb 10 post-workout. Or if you have a bigger body part, if you're a bigger dude, you can even go 2 to 1 or 3 to 1 carb to protein. That's 50 to 25 grams of protein, 50 carbs, 25 grams of protein. I know people like Cody Montgomery go 3 to 1 or 75 grams of carbs. It just depends on who you are. From Jeffrey Verdick, I was wondering about your supplement stacks. I'm looking to drop my body fat from 19% to 12 to 10% or so. My training is on point and diet is fitting to my goals, but I'm just not seeing the results I'm looking for. Any suggestions on stacks from you guys that can try to help me on my goals? Honestly, Jeffrey, the bottom line is if you're not hitting your goals, it's going to be diet related. Your diet is not tailoring to what you need because you're not hitting your goals. You're not getting the results you want. Supplements will help you get there. Supplements I recommend, I go down a laundry list of things looking for a fat loss supplement, Drop Factor during the day, and Tyrant at night. Drop Factor is the best fat burner on the market. I formulated it myself. It has teacrine in it, a bunch of cool things like Coleus Forskolite for thyroid and hormone support, keep your metabolism revving. It's a great product. It's a great supplement to help you reach your fat loss goals, to aid in your fat loss. At the end of the day, fat loss is caused by diet and training, and supplements do just that. They supplement your diet. They don't substitute hard work and diet. Now, at night, I like to take something called Tyrant. The green tea in it's been proven, the extract in green tea has been proven to help burn fat, and the ingredients in it, such as serenade, have been shown to dramatically increase your body's ability to handle and control cortisol as well as bad estrogen. So Drop Factor and Tyrant are what I'd recommend. And also, of course, get a good fish oil. I have MTS Nutrition fish oil. Again, that's a great thing to have to help you reach your goals, get your essential fatty acids in there, which are just very beneficial to have from a health and a fat loss standpoint. From Jeffrey Taylor, I am 36 and weigh 245 pounds, about 18 to 22% body fat. I have gout and have found that the uric acid builds up when I get over 170 grams of protein. I change my workout into the mornings and take in 4 grams BCA with a pre-workout, 8 grams BCA post-workout, protein shake after I get dressed, then eat the rest of the day. Since I can never get close to enough natural protein, I have to rely on BCA to help. Should I continue taking more throughout the day to keep leucine levels up? And what is a recommended general substitute for grams of BCA to grams of protein? Honestly, they don't calculate. They don't compute. BCA are free-form aminos. They are not whole bonded amino acids as found in whey protein. So you're not getting a full protein source. It's not as good. However, I would recommend, based on a protein stat theory done by Lane Norton, and I forgot the other dude, Jeffrey, I'm forgetting the name. Again, I don't read these beforehand. I don't do research. It's just me shooting off, right? All right, at the end of the day, he was recommending, I believe, the equivalent of 3 grams of leucine between meals. So I would say between your meals, have 3 grams of leucine. And you don't need a gram per pound of body weight. I think at the end of the day, you can get by with less than that. You could probably get by with half a gram per pound of body weight. Just be sure to compensate that. And have you ever thought of a ketogenic diet? A ketogenic diet, I'm not sure how that would affect uric acid buildup and all that good stuff. But if you're able to go keto, and again, I could be completely ignorant because I haven't researched this, but keto is 80% fat and 20% protein. Keto will help you, honestly, it will help you spare muscle and it'll help you burn fat. So I think if you wanted to try keto, that'd be 85%, 80% fat, 20% protein. So you keep your protein pretty damn low, and that's well below a gram per pound. That's probably around half a gram, if that, per pound of body weight, depending on your caloric needs. From Alex Sands, I'm currently running push-pull legs 2 times a week. What is your opinion on the first 3 training days being higher reps and the second 3 days being lower reps with heavier weight? Bodybuilding is my goal, but I enjoy lifting heavier weights as well. From the great words of Ronnie Coleman, everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but don't nobody want to lift no heavy-ass weights. I love lower rep training. I love it. I think it's a definite part of bodybuilding. And if you want to train heavy, train heavy. My recommendation, as with all training systems, is to give it a shot, see if you like it. If you like it, keep doing it. If you make gains, keep doing it. If you don't like it, or if you're not making gains, stop it and try something else. There's so many training systems that work that, hey, it might be something that'll work for you, it might not, but you never know until you try it. From Eric Weigel. After a 12-week cut to 8% body fat, you can go directly into a lean gain phase, or do you believe in the reverse dieting? Clearly not trying to gain lots of body fat, however, don't want to be stuck in a deficit after cut is over. I recommend something simple. You go to massdiet.com, that's M-A-S-S diet.com. That'll explain in writing what I'm going to explain to you now. When you're lean, that's when your body is most apt to put on lean mass. Now, you put on lean mass slowly because your rate of fat to muscle gain will be much lower than if you were just to slam the weight on, because your body cannot synthesize muscle that quick, yet it can store fat really goddamn quick. So what I'm going to recommend is you rock out and you aim to gain from that 8%, 0.5 to 1 pound per week. So that would be an average of 2 pounds per month of body weight gain after your cut. Now that'll leave you not only staying lean, that'll leave you staying lean and sexy longer, but the gains you make will be much leaner, much cleaner, and much more sustainable than if you were to just get fat as fuck. Eric Matthews, is there anything that you can share with us that you wish you would have known when you were in the first years of weight training? Love your product, thanks. Honestly, no. Everything I did, everything I learned, every mistake I made, I did, and I learned it, and I learned from it, and I became a better person because of it. So, at the end of the day, I think that we all learn from trials and tribulations. However, one way to avoid that is to listen to people like myself, listen to people like, Sean Torbati, like Doug Miller, Mike Rashid, like those people out there who give great advice. Because me as an Exos trainer, I'm going to try and teach you how to be healthier, how to lift for longevity, how to be a better person. How to make shit happen on that end. Whereas someone like Mike or CT will tell you that, you know what? No one's going to make any gains training like a little pussy, not pushing themselves to the limits. So it's a matter of listening to the right people and not falling for stupid bullshit. But I think mistakes are there for a reason. They help you learn. See if we get one more. Randy Lee Baker, just a bit late to the party here, but how would you recommend setting up a periodization program? What would you define as being a lot of volume? Main goals are to build strength with an emphasis on aesthetics. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, building strength is a little bit different than hypertrophy. Building aesthetics is simply building muscle and burning fat. You're not going to change your body structure. If you have a very small waist naturally, you will have a small waist naturally. If you have a blocky waist, all you can do is get really lean. So my advice to you would be to lift hard and lift heavy and aim for hypertrophy. That's progressive overload, every workout trying to get more weight than the workout before. As for periodization, there are many ways to do it. They could be done in 4 to 6 week blocks. They could be done differently. So what I recommend for some people, I don't personally do it, is you can have a high rep phase where you have 2 weeks of 15 rep works, maybe 2 to 3 weeks of 8 to 12 rep work, and then 2 weeks of 3 to 5 rep work, and then you go back up to 15. There's so many ways to do it, so many different methodologies. What I recommend you do is you stick between your power lifts. Your main lifts would be bench, squat, deadlift, and overhead press will be your main lifts. Get those. I like doing those in the bread and butter range. I like doing those between 3 to 5 reps. You get to hypertrophy movements like your machine bench press, your dumbbell bench press, things like that. Do those 8 to 12. And then you have your pretty movements or your flushing movements such as cable crossovers, machine flies and things like that. Those you can do in the 15 to 20 rep range. That's a good way to vary it up and gain strength as well as listening to higher rep, the higher volume work for that stimulus as well. Guys, until next time, I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, CEO MTS Nutrition, Q&A. That's not a game. So I'm looking at my email this morning. I get a mass email from one of the other sites that sell supplements that you're just a number to, right? They were bragging that one supplement line was free shipping. Bro, if you order over $99 in product in the continental US any day of the week, free shipping anywhere in the US, at continental USA, free shipping on orders over $99 at TigerFitness.com. Why even look at the other guys? And also we ship from Vegas and Ohio. Most places in the US are a 1 to 2 day ship, and that's not a game.